Now, there were questions asked on the new hospital, security at the public schools, and the hazardous effects of the Blue Hills dumps to residents in that constituency. Here's more. The proceedings at the recent House of Assembly were not like other gatherings, but according to the agendas given to the media, there were other issues to be discussed. On the agenda was an inquiry into the safety of the country's public schools and the mechanisms that the TCI government is using to install policies that are conducive to our students and parents. Although the proceedings have been postponed for some time in early 2008, WIV4 spoke to Minister responsible for Education and Youth, Honorable Dr. Carlton Mills, who briefed us on school safety, saying parents have nothing to fear.
Let me assure the public of the Turks and Caicos Islands that our public schools are safe, particularly our high schools. I know that there has been concerns about it, but in September of this year, we employed Spence Security at the Clement Howell High School, and it was refreshing to hear from senior police officers that for the first time in history, for the entire term, they have not been called at that particular school. So I just want the public to understand and to know that our public schools are safe, and we're going to be continuing to ensure the public that when they send their children to schools, that their children are able to learn in a safe environment.
Minister Mills said that there have been no reported crimes from any public schools to his department during the school year, and no reported criminal behavior from students and public institutions. He gave his theory on why people believe that government-funded institutions or public schools are not safe.
If you look at the press reports, particularly from some of our neighboring countries, that has been a major issue. But I want to assure the public of the Turks and Caicos Islands that our schools are safe, our schools are secured, and if you look from the results this year, it's an indication of how safe and secure the environment is, because we would not be getting the kind of results. For example, H.J. Robinson High School, 86% overall success rate this year. Clement Howell High School, 85% overall success rate this year. We wouldn't be achieving these levels of success if our schools were not safe. And it's only going to get better.
He later said, referring to the Clement Howell High School, that the behavioral problems at that public institution have decreased drastically since the inception of the Security Task Force, Spence. He said that the government is working on new policies to improve safety at our schools.
I think one of the things we are doing is that we're visiting schools on a regular basis and talking with the students, going from grade to grade and speaking to the students and indicating to them the importance of education. And I think the opportunities that our government is providing for students, particularly with scholarships and the opportunities to go off to pursue further studies.
Minister Mills also said that the government is now investing in other outlets of extracurricular activities for the youth so that they can have safe places to go for enjoyment and for the development of interest and other activities like sports. The minister also talked about the scholarship funding policy and how it affects students that have been previously charged with a crime. Honorable Mills said that this government administration believes in second chances, and if a child is involved in criminal activity and charged, their scholarship will not be taken away immediately, but instead the ministry will examine the extent of the crime before such a judgment is made. The minister still warned those who are thinking of doing wrong to keep on the right track. More on the Education Department's plan for safety in our public schools will be aired in future newscasts, and WIV4 will bring you these House of Assembly meetings in 2008.